I left that there old London and bought a big old boat. Although it had no engines, it still knew how to float. It only ever leaked above the waterline, and the water from the tap only froze in wintertime. I wanted to restore it back to its former glory, but when I found the dry rot, it was a different story. As for the locals, there's now just queer as folk, and that doesn't change at all when you're living on a boat. One day I picked up my anchor and I gathered up my chains, and I moved to a townhouse, but it wasn't quite the same. There wasn't any dry rot and the water didn't freeze, but it leaked above the kettle and there was woodworm in the tree. It had no off-road parking, but a river out the back, and as the ducks swam by me, I'd wonder what's the quack. The neighbors were quite vocal, it echoed through the walls. They knew that I could hear them, but they didn't care at all. One day I picked up my anchor and I gathered up my chains, and I moved to a village, but it wasn't quite the same. This time a listed cottage, a chocolate box style thatch. There was a river out the front, but just a garden out the back. I knew it needed fixing, thought the ceiling needs a patch. I knew the ingle nook was moldy and the place was full of damp. It still leaked above the kettle, but the woodworm had moved out. When the ceiling came crashing down, I began to have my doubts. Now my neighbor, she was lovely, I was sad to say goodbye, but I was moving back to London to give things another try. So I picked up my anchor and I gathered up my chains, and I moved to a town again, but it wasn't quite the same. This time I think I've settled, there's still lots of work to do, but most things can be mended here with sealant nails and glue. There's no more leaks above the kettle, instead it leaks above the bin. It's just a short walk to the river and the garden's quite a gem. The neighbors are delightful, as special as they are, and there's even off-road parking with space for 2 small cars. My anchor keeps me grounded, but my chains are now long gone, and now I have the time to write my memoirs in a song.